and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. Today is Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2020. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, we'll get a close-up look at the News Channel 5 Storm Tracker weather truck, and we'll bring you more video from the Tullahoma Sports Council's Hall of Fame Awards presentations. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Have you ever been involved in one of these? And you need one of these? Then look no further than the Russell Barnett Certified Collision Center. With a state-of-the-art facility, aluminum capabilities, lifetime paint guarantee, Russell Barnett Auto Rental, claims assistance from start to finish. We're here to serve you. So stop by and let us show you why we are #1, the Russell Barnett Certified Collision Center.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. In our final segment on News Channel 5, meteorologist Heather Mathis's visit to Tullahoma. She speaks about women in science and also shows off the Channel 5 Storm Tracker weather truck.
Another very big thing, and something that I like to be a part of and make sure that I'm doing all of the school events that I go to, is trying to get more young girls involved in science. It's incredibly disappointing sometimes when people look at someone, especially as myself. I'm a very small, young blonde, and people sometimes can look at me and think I'm not as credible, right? They think that I am a female, or I can be perceived as young, and sometimes blondes have a bad, as you've heard it, like, oh, you could just be a dumb blonde. But, I try to make sure girls where I go know that they don't have to be mutually exclusive. You can be a young, nice girl and still love science, and still love to do that math that I showed, and really love the weather. What's encouraging is that we're seeing more people get involved with STEM and more of a push on STEM fields to all genders, to boys and to girls in this country. But women usually don't make up as many jobs as the men do in their STEM fields. So another community involvement that I like to get into is just encouraging young girls. So if you guys have young girls in your family, in your house that love science, I just encourage you to encourage them and make sure they know that this is something that they can do and a field that they can get into. And if there's anything ever going on in Tullahoma that you would like me to come out and talk to young girls about STEM, I'm more than willing to do so.
There are only 2 buttons back there that I actually really know how to operate, and it's the buttons to turn it all on. So that whole rack that you see in the back seat, it is all just to power the truck on, and everything that does just feeds our signal back to the television station. So we have 2 different ways that we actually get our signal back to the TV, and it's all on top of it. So if you stand up here and get a better view, we actually have our satellite that's on the back. We could use that to take it anywhere in the country. That could feed our signal back to the TV station. But we also have a little live view. It's this guy right here. And it actually pulls cell signal from wherever we're at. So it will use all of them from Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T. It can use that cell signal to also feed a signal back. So those are the 2 ways that we use it. Also on top of the truck, it's on kind of the front of it, there is a little white sensor that's sticking up. The very backpack there says Airmar on top of it. So that sensor is what is pulling in our weather data. That's where we can tell what the temperature is, what the wind speed is here. All of that is being pulled in by our Airmar sensor. And at the very top, we have our 360 camera view. So this little guy, it's like a little joystick that has a bunch of buttons. This is how I move that camera around. So you see it kind of moving and pointing. Give me all the way around. So if I were tracking storms in this truck, I would get to be a safe distance away, obviously, and I could use that camera to zoom in as close as I can to see what's happening. If the storm is rotating, if it's got lightning, if there's hail, all of those things we try to view and observe from a safe distance away, as well as looking at our radar system that is there also. Our radar is on our computer, which is up front. So if I am ever tracking storms, I would be sitting up front here in the passenger seat using the data that gets pulled in on our laptop and our radar system that's up here as well. So I always have a driver. I obviously cannot be doing this at the same time. I only drive this truck myself if I'm going to visits like this or going to schools. If we are tracking storms, we have two people that are going to be here. There's also multiple other cameras that are there. We've got the dash camera to view what's going on the roads, and we have multiple cameras inside the truck, so it can view me while I'm there. I can talk on camera for a little bit, and then that little joystick I showed you, those buttons, it controls what cameras I punch up. So depending on what button I punch is what routes back to the station. So I can be like, here's what's going on the roads, here's what's going on with the storm, here's what I'm seeing on radar, and I can punch all of that up from there. The tires, you notice, are very large. They are bigger than what originally came on this Titan. It's a Nissan Titan truck that we kind of put all of this equipment on. And they put these massive tires on there, I think, to make it more difficult for me to get inside, and also because we just needed better tires to get through the terrain that we have here. I forget which one it was that asked about the terrain that we had, and this is specifically why we put the tires on there, because as you know, this isn't flat like Oklahoma. We can't see the tornadoes coming from a mile away. You know, we've got hills, we have higher elevations out here, so yeah.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The wait is finally over. The all-new redesigned Ford Ranger is back at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Stop and test drive one today at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. Emily Rass is the 2019 Tullahoma Chamber of Commerce's Extra Miler of the Year. Let's watch as she accepts her award.
The Extra Miler of the Year award goes to someone who makes a special effort to accomplish something, going beyond the norm. A person completing selfless acts to benefit those lives they touch for no other reason than the good in their heart. In a town rich with servant leadership, there was one person who stood out among us in 2019. This person is always the first to raise their hand to say, "I'll be there," and follows through every single time. She gives her time, energy, she shows up for service organizations such as the Highland Rim Kiwanis and the 41A Music Festival, and spends her days working with our community, improving their health and wellness in life-changing ways. Once, we even saw this person changing a tire in the cold rain on Jackson Street during lunch rush. And when we mentioned it to her, sorry y'all, she's so special to me. And when we mentioned to her if she was helping a friend, she just shrugged and said, "No, just a person in need." Qualities like these are hard to find these days, but we're so glad our community has been blessed by our Extra Miler of the Year, Emily Rass.
You want the mic, really? I am so out of my element here, up on stage in heels, but thank you so much. This community is so special to me. I was raised a military brat, so I didn't really get the sense of community until I moved here about 6 years ago. And I feel like serving the chamber is kind of like what I do on a daily basis. My boss right over here, Sharon Lockhart, the owner of Fit 10, she's the one that creates the time in my day for me to come out and do the things I get to do with the chamber. But basically, at one of our ambassador meetings, Hope said that a chamber membership is kind of like a gym membership. And I was like, oh, really? But basically, she said you get out of it what, you know, if you use it, it works great, right? So I like to share with people how they can best utilize their not only gym membership, but their chamber membership as well. And so I feel like that's one of the things that sets us aside as a gym is making sure not just that we have a high membership, that's not important, it's serving the individual and making sure that each person that walks through the door, gets the time and attention that they deserve. So thank you so much, this means a lot.
David Prescott and daughter Paige accepted the Chamber Award for Community Investment in 2019.
This year we're introducing a new award, an honor bestowed upon a long-standing business making a new investment in Tullahoma and having impact on our community, leading us in a new and exciting direction. The business chosen for this inaugural award is a fourth-generation family business started in 1929. The Prescott family came to the bottling business when a family member came up with a recipe for a new Coca-Cola, which became Double Cola. David Prescott took over sole ownership in 1971, and the company successfully bottled Sundrop locally until 1991, and has become a distributing hub for the product. In May of 2019, the Sundrop Shop and Luncheonette opened, fulfilling a lifelong dream of David owning a restaurant with a tie in to Sundrop. For years, we had wanted some sort of eatery, and together with his daughter Paige, the two explored several options, settling on remodeling a building on Atlantic Street that was being used for storage. They broke ground in January of 2019 and opened the restaurant in spring of 2019. The community has embraced the restaurant eagerly. Prescott Bottling and Sundrop Shop have been active members of the Tullahoma business community involved in sponsoring local sporting teams and special events. The Sundrop Shop prides itself in supporting area charities such as Blue Monarch, Legacy Creamery, Good Shepherd Homeless Shelter, Skills Development, and Casa Works. Both businesses work tirelessly to provide the well-loved soft drink, Sundrop, and others to a loyal and dedicated customer base. Please help us in honoring David Prescott and family of Prescott Bottling for the Community Improvement Award.
I'm very fortunate to have lived all my life in Tullahoma. Raised my children, and have given back all I could give. Now you got my daughter. We'll take her when I leave off. Thank you all very much.
I look out around this room and I see countless people that I grew up with, or I babysat for, or worked with, it's an amazing thing to be home. We love this community so much, and I can't imagine any place else to have my kids here and be from here. I am so proud to be a fourth-generation Tullahoma, and you people have no idea how much you mean to me and how much it means to me to be raised in this community and to be back here again. Thank you so much for this award. We appreciate it very much.
And we'll be right back in a moment with more news later on 6.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Ford of Winchester. Check out the 2018 Ford F-150 as low as $34,739. That's Russell Barnett Ford on 41A in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons. to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. Former Tullahoma High School star pitcher and All-State linebacker Rob Norman was recently inducted into the Tullahoma Sports Council's Hall of Fame.
Our next inductee to the Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame, sponsored by EC Design and Print for both baseball and football, is Mr. Rob Norman. Rob was a member of the Tullahoma High School class of 1987. He was a senior class president, named Mr. THS, and was a boys state delegate. Take your time, Rob, I've got a lot to read. As a linebacker on the football field, he was a 3-year letterman, all-district, all-mid-state, and an academic All-American in 1985 and 86. He was All-State honorable mention in 85. In 86, he was named All-State, Middle Tennessee Player of the Year, All-USA honorable mention, and the most valuable player of the Tullahoma Lions Bowl. Rob lettered for 3 years in football. In baseball, Rob was a pitcher and a first baseman and a 4-year letterman. He made all-district in 86 and 87. He was a member of the state runner-up team in 1986. First baseball game I ever broadcast at McGavick, I believe. Didn't go so well for us. Drafted by the New York Mets in 1987, he was a member of the U.S. Olympic Festival South team in 87, member of the USA Baseball 18 and under national team, and a silver medal winner at the World Junior Championships. During a stellar baseball career at Mississippi State, Rob was a 4-year letterman. He led the team in strikeouts in 1988. He led them in home runs as a first baseman in 1991. He appeared in 4 NCAA regional tournaments. They were the Southeastern Conference champions in 1989 and appeared in the College World Series in 1990. Rob made the NCAA Regional All-Tournament team in 1991. He was an SEC Academic Honor Roll member in 89, 90, and 91, and the team captain of the Mississippi State Bulldogs in 1991. Rob is currently Vice President of First Bank Investment Partners, married to Elizabeth, with 4 children, Matthew, Patrick, Lauren, and Christopher. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rob Norman.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a very, very humbling experience. It really is. And I appreciate the council and all of you coming out tonight to celebrate. It's really special. Got to thank my parents and my grandmother, my family for their unwavering support all these years. And sometimes when I probably didn't deserve support, they were still there for me. So I appreciate that. Coaches, even Coach Mathis, thank you for giving me a chance. Putting me in positions to succeed. Couldn't do it without them, and obviously teammates, being in a baseball setting or a football setting with, either 8 guys around you or 10 other guys around you, you need their support, and they sure made it easy on me to give me a chance to, gain some notoriety, so I appreciate them. And last, I really think it's special that all the great athletes that came before me, who kind of set the stage and set the standard for excellence. It always gave me something to strive for and to work for. So, I appreciate them and hope they're all doing well. So anyway, thank you all very much. Have a good evening.
And we'll have more from the Hall of Fame banquet when we return. More news later on 6 is coming up after this.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. We continue now with our coverage of the Tullahoma Sports Council Hall of Fame induction ceremony as Scott Chasteen introduces former THS and Major League Baseball pitcher Brian Morris.
The next member of the Tullahoma Sports Council Hall of Fame is Mr. Brian Morris. Brian is sponsored by the Surgical Group of Tullahoma. Brian was a member of the THS class of 2005. He was 3 times All-District 8 AAA. In 2005, Brian was named the District 8 AAA Pitcher of the Year and the Most Valuable Player. He was named to the Region 4 AAA All-Region team. He was All-State. He was a TCBA Pro Line Player of the Year, the Tennessee Gatorade Player of the Year, the Louisville Slugger State Player of the Year, and a Louisville Slugger All-Americans. Brian was drafted by the Tampa Bay Devil Rays in the 3rd round in 2005, but he did not sign. Instead, he went to Motlow State Community College, where he completed a 10-1 record with 122 strikeouts and a .82 earned run average. Brian was named the Junior College Freshman Pitcher of the Year, the Junior College Pitcher of the Year, a National Junior College Second-Team All-American, and was a first-round draft pick of the Los Angeles Dodgers, the 26th overall pick. He was traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2008, was a Futures Major League Baseball All-Star in 2010, and made his Major League debut on September 14th for the Pirates, pitching 1 scoreless inning against the Chicago Cubs. Brian was a member of the first Pirates team with a winning record in 22 years, including their first playoff appearance in 22 years. He was traded to the Miami Marlins in June of 2014 and made his last Major League appearance for the San Francisco Giants on June 22nd, 2017. Brian's Major League stats: 231 games, 20 wins, 12 losses, a 3.13 ERA, 236 strikeouts, and 1 save. Brian is married to Chelsea and has 2 children, Colton and Lincoln. Brian was named the head baseball coach at Tullahoma High School in June of 2019. The man with the wicked slider. Let's give a big welcome to Brian Morris.
Thank you. My heart hadn't pounded like that for a few years. I'm not much of a talker, especially on stage. It's a lot easier to pitch in front of thousands of people than it is to talk in front of a couple hundred at best. So thank you to the Sports Council. This is an amazing feeling being up here. It's a great honor. Thank you to my parents. Without them, I wouldn't have had the support that you need to have accomplishments like this. And my family, everybody always was on my side. Coach Hargrove was a big impact in my life, still today. So Coach, thank you. And then obviously my wife and kid moving forward after I got into professional baseball was a big support, so thanks to them as well. Thank you.
Don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Tullahoma Alderman Robin Dunn, who is organizing this year's Earth Day event at South Jackson Civic Center. Pi Day is coming, and Chuck Mangino is inviting people to come out to the Hands-On Science Center to celebrate by reciting pi with him. And we'll see the winners from this past weekend's Distinguished Young Women's Scholarship event at Tullahoma High School. All that and more on this week's Living.
And stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC in Winchester. Select GMC Sierras up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC on the bypass in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party. But things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her. And now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1951 at 77 degrees. The record low was in 1980 at 3 degrees. Average high on this day is 57, and the average low is 36. Cloudy weather in the forecast for tonight with a low of 44. Cloudy weather continues in the forecast for Wednesday with a high of 58 and a low of 43, and some morning showers expected on Thursday with a high of 56 and a low of 37.
And we here at Channel 6 want to send our thoughts and condolences to all of those who were affected by the storms that came through Middle Tennessee last night. Just know that we're thinking about you.
And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.